make the business sustainable and what may ensure this nowadays during COVID times when many businesses are still suffering and still need to be redefined somehow. So in general, around 20% of small businesses in the world, they fail in their first year, and only around 50% have ability to survive and pass the benchmark of the first 5 years of their existence. So how you are going to deal with your business, how it is possible to manage with difficulties and risks, this is all what about is our workshop is. So I'm appreciating our workshop to be held in active mode with your questions, comments, and active participation. For this case, I am sharing with you the link that would be good if there are some questions that I would like to pass with you and to collect some interaction for you. Just let me know to share the link now with you. So it is in the chat. It's not copying, I don't know why, but anyway, we can pass. Yeah, I did. Please find it attached. So did you get it?
Yes.
Yes. Please, I would like to ask you to go through the first slide, which is about you, where are you from, what kind of businesses you are just introducing here. This is slide number 2. I would like to invite you to make your remarks on this Google Doc, please. Is it visible? Mm-hmm. Yeah, very good. We have Italy, Belgium.
Hi, Lilit. Sorry, I don't know if, but the link you shared in the chat leads to your presentation deck. Not
is it the presentation? Oh, yes, sorry.
The link you shared in the chat is shared, but maybe I have here the link that you want to share.
Yeah. Now you see it. Now you see it.
Yes.
Yeah. We see the presentation, but we don't have a link to interact with it.
Isn't it the present? Okay, you see the presentation now. Oh.
Yes, now it's fine.
Yes.
We can interact with it. Thank you.
Yes, you see it now, right?
Yeah, no, it's fine. Thanks.
Thank you. So Italy, Bulgaria. Mhm. We have more participants here. We are 28, but I think also there are some difficulties probably to be with this shared document. Sometimes technical issues make us some difficulties, but we are trying to our best to manage with this. And just in a few seconds, we can conclude this part and move forward.
Lilit, may I?
Yes, Eva. Yes, please, Eva.
Yeah, if there are some issues from someone in the audience, you can maybe tips your information, and then I will write it in the document. No,
Yeah.
put information in the chat, like name, country, and type of company, and I will write it in.
Yeah, thank you very much for your support, Eva. This is actually a very good solution. Yes. Okay, dear colleagues, you can just mention and have your inputs in the chat in order to go to move forward at this moment. So very welcome all of you. Welcome Italy, UK, Belgium, Greece, Bulgaria. Okay, thank you very much. So what I wanted to share with you as well now, but I think with this connection and some difficulties, we will be not so fast now. If we have some time, we will come back to this at the end of our session. So it was also interesting to share what kind of business do you have, which is the duration of your business. Either you have it is less than 1 year or more, because actually when we are coming to some interaction in this workshop, this knowledge about your businesses might be very useful and interesting for our discussion. So another thing that I wanted to have from you, but again, we are skipping at this moment, this is what kind of advantages and disadvantages your business have in general, and how you manage with them and how you manage with the challenges that you are facing in your business. So another interesting issue that not only here in our workshop, but in general also in our business and in our professional life as business ladies, we need to have all the recordings, how the challenges are facing us and how we are managing all the time to just overcome and solve the issues of these challenges, which is very important. Coming from this aspect, another important thing that businesses in general, they face, these are difficulties, because when we face some difficulties, sometimes they make us scared not to move forward, but as being goal-oriented, it should not be like this, and in order to have our success. So dear colleagues, our training consists of several parts. This is introduction of some theory, providing you some tools, question and answer sector, and also at the end I am going to give you some gift from my side to the participants of this session. The topics: interaction of goals, risks, and opportunities. Why does the goal ensure sustainability for the business? What is the formula of changes? Sustainable and circular businesses, what kind of strategies are visible and important to use in our small and medium businesses, and why in general we all need this information, how this just in good manner impact our business. So setting the goal, another important issue that we should consider when we are running the business. Sometimes the businesses have the main goal, which is for sure just make a profit. But having also the discussion with you and having your experience, I would like to mention also what kind of other goal do you have in your business when you have established it. You can just intervene now or write it in the chat, please. Clean future for our kids. Good. Business cluster who bridge startups founded by female entrepreneurs with global industries with pure women. Okay. Empowerment women. Great. Great. It means that in general, the business idea and the goal of the business is not just making money as it is, but also having some other hidden or not hidden goal. Business main goal, while being making profit, social business goal is to create a social impact. And when we have from one side profit orientation and customer orientation, which should be in all kinds of businesses, then we add also impact orientation or social impact orientation. So this brings our business to be much more stronger, much more friendly, environmentally friendly, and responsive to the conditions that are created nowadays, and there is a need of the customers. Interaction of goals, risks, and opportunities is very much connected also with the SWOT, very famous SWOT analysis, which has four main parts, and for sure this is very usable tool and very famous tool for all of us. But in general, coming to this, considering the internal and external parts of the SWOT analysis, we can also combine it with the risks as well as with the goals. So how it looks like. Threats and risks are somehow matching each other in the implementation process, and even the risks can be divided into two parts, even positive risks with positive impact in future, and also negative risks which can become like threats. But how are the risks coming to the opportunities? When we consider them in a long term, what kind of opportunities we have to overcome the risk or eliminate them, or what kind of tools or strengths we can use for this, then risks for us are coming as opportunities. We need to move opportunities skill to just eliminate our weaknesses, and through these weaknesses are becoming strengths for us. having very strong strengths and having more strengths in our business, which is also developed through using the understanding of our opportunities and clarifying, evaluating well our weaknesses. The strengths are becoming quite stronger. After having the strengths, we have an opportunity to state our vision or goal. Both of them should be visible and pictured for sure. And this is a sustainable environment for the business. So this issue is very important because in general, SWOT analysis is considered like a very important tool in business, in everyday life, to evaluate and estimate all the trends and weaknesses and everything. But from the other side, it is very important also to focus on vision or the goal. Only because of this, only with it, only will be possible to have the business much more goal-oriented, as well as customer-oriented, and have some sustainability. Coming to the risks of the businesses, of course, we are not able to avoid any kind of risks, but there will be a good option to take into consideration the risk. Even I like to say that we should respect the risk and just go through them as well. There are four main cycles in the risk management. This is, first, we have to know about it. That is identification of the risk. The second one is assessment and evaluation of the risk. We should consider either this risk is quite serious or no, should it be affect us or no, so how we can manage with this. The third main step, this is planning our measurement to manage the risks. And for sure, the monitoring of the success for all the time, which will provide us also an opportunity to reassess the situation in the business. Why to reassess and why it is important, especially nowadays, because of COVID pandemic, because of this new era where businesses are facing some difficulties. Very often we need also to reassess, redefine the situation and redefine even our business orientation. Main types of risk management that we need to consider while having the business. This is first of them is acceptance. So, okay, there is risk, we should accept it, and especially when we are just estimating it and just find out that it is not so strange or it is not so dangerous for us. So it is okay to accept the risk and to move through this. The second option of risk management, this is reduce of it. Reduce through planning ahead and through saving. So planning ahead, this is also a part of our business plan, but also our tactics, not only strategy, but also tactics, how we are managing in the sector, again, in our everyday life. And for sure, savings, because the saving is another important aspect in any kind of business, which proves us some sustainability in difficult times. Transferring the risk, this is another subject which an example of which can be, for example, insurance. While we are just trying to manage with the risk, but there are some difficulties on it because they are some serious and it is not easy to manage with them. So we can transfer the risk to some other issues, like for example, insurance. And for sure, avoid of risk, which is the worst version, I think, in the risk management and for our business, because it happens when we don't have anything to do or we are not able to do anything. And in this case, again, the redefining the goal even, or the tactics or the strategy of business is coming in real life. In general, there are some rules for business and for finding markets. That is, first of all, when we define our business goal, it is going to the market niche. What is our niche? How we are defining, who are our customers? And coming again from friendly businesses and goal-oriented businesses aspect, there is a need of redefining also this definition of what is our niche. In general, it is considered that the niche in our business, they are customers with specific needs. For example, if our customer, for example, if women or parents, they have kids who are interested in skiing, and we are producing some ski equipment, it means that these parents are considered like our consumers and customers. Or if there is another option like above 65 years old people who like to travel worldwide. So it means they are becoming our niche as a customer. But as I mentioned, if we redefine somehow the niche, what is in our business and how we are starting to become more social oriented and friendly, eco-friendly even, or friendly, it means that we need also to redefine here. And instead of saying that our niche is consumers with specific need, we can describe it like a niche of satisfying concrete need for particular groups of consumers. It means that not the people are our consumers, but and our target, our niche, but our niche is the needs, and satisfying these needs. For sure, they are also represented by people, but the people are not concrete our niche. Our niche are the needs that need to be covered. If we have this in our business strategy, it means that in general, yes, again, now we are speaking about social responsibility. We are speaking about different aspects to just build the business like environmentally friendly. This issue is bringing us closer to this ideology, and for sure through defining the business goal, what we need to have in the first stage. Formulas for changes, there are, this is very important issue and tool which can be used by us again while we are facing some risks or some need to change anything. Why is it important and how it works? In our even everyday life, plus in our professional and business life, sometimes we are just staying out of comfort zone because of the circumstances and the conditions. And from my opinion, this is even good, because in this case, we are growing, our business is growing, and at the same time, we are changing something which is just needed by us and by our business. So the tool is to clarify whether there is a need of change or no. Maybe there is no need, maybe there is need. And in the first, in this our world, which is very fastly changing, businesses must be redefined because of also staying competitive. And sometimes changes are painful, but it is okay because we should be ready for this. An effective formula for this, as it is called formula for changes, provides us several aspects. So it is first the impression of starting situation and the possibilities for change within a business or an organization, or even in our individual or private life. These changes just described through different figures. First of all, this is change for sure from the left side, and from the right side, this is resistance. So there is need for change, but from the other side, we have also resistance. What is better, what is stronger, which direction we should move forward, either to stay resistant or to move to changes. So this is happening through having this formula called formula for changes, which is consisted of main three parts. This is dissatisfaction. It means that if there is dissatisfaction, and in this case we are out of our comfort zone, then we are having this D letter quite high. As higher, it means the possibility that our change or need of change can be even higher. And guidance for this, like advice how to manage with this, accept that there is need of change. No avoid from change because it may fail our businesses while we are going to have it sustainable for the long-term future. V, another letter in this formula, this is our vision or goal, we can say. So how it is clear? If we have clear vision and we have clear goal, it means, again, this letter is quite high rather than 0, for example. And if we have any letter as 0, it means that resistance even bigger than need of our change. Having clear vision or clear goal, this provides again us to an opportunity to move forward to it. Guidance on this, on vision, this is to define the direction and state the vision and the goal properly. F, the last part of the formula, this is first step. So what is the first step? This is our strategy, this is our tactics, what we are going to do at this moment in order, again, to move forward and overcome some challenge, some risk, and just win the resistance that we may have. This is also objectives that we need to clarify and our planning, but here we should also consider that, especially in pandemic times, the planning is needed to be all the time monitored and maybe vastly changed. Guidance for first step part of the formula for changes, this is to design and circulate the action plan and consider that the risks and opportunities are always happen with us. So resistance, the very right part of it, and actually we are struggling with this, we are fighting with resistance. It should be changed. It should, because it is also some kind of human nature, and none of us, in many cases, we don't like to make any changes or to stay resistant. But the proof of business to be successful, this is always to be resistant and work with changes, come to the stage with changes which we need to have. Sustainable and circular businesses, which are very much connected to all this. This is coming from SWOT analysis and the goal promotion on this, and also how the changes are becoming realistic rather than resistance is winning during the time. So it brings our business to become sustainable and even circular. Nowadays, circular businesses are quite popular, not only due to just favorites of the businessmen, not only favorites of the need to do something, but also coming out from the many challenges that we have on global level. This is natural, environmental, and different kinds of challenges. And that is why circular businesses are quite important, and it would be very good if women enterprises as well, never mind they are small, medium, or even micro, they think on having some circularity in their business. It means to have some regeneration, restoration, and reuse opportunity in our business. So in this aspect, we are also becoming quite closer to the nature, and we are becoming so-called nature-oriented, which is again very important in this aspect. So what kind of strategies there are for circular businesses, and how the efficient tools can be used by us, making the business more successful, and also many kinds of friendly of it, many types of friendly. Business can create a circular model in many ways. Mostly we are using three types of strategies. These are retained product ownership, product life extension, and design for recycling. So which are each of these? So retained product ownership, it is like an example can be rent or leasing. And for example, a business who is providing this service, they cannot sell their equipment or machinery or some liabilities what they have to businesses, but they can give it like lease or just for rent. It means that after some time, when the renter never needs already this equipment, the business, the company, the owner can again rent it to another person. So this is retained product ownership, one and the most prior strategies for circularity of the business. The second type, it is product life extension, which means that product designed for last longer duration, and durability is becoming a key of competitiveness in this case for our business. For example, some mobile phones, a type of this, yes, because okay, we can have some goods or some products which are being used in our everyday life, but we don't need to change them very frequently. And the companies just considering this, they are also thinking on some aspects to make these goods durable and to use them for some long time. It means that the businesses from one side seems that they are losing some money, some profit, because if they produce some products that we need all the time to buy, and let's say each 1 year or each 1 month. So having this approach, when we are buying some goods only once in 5 years or even longer, it seems that they are losing some profit, but it is even totally opposite, because having this approach of product life extension, this strategy, the businesses create much more profit due to the high prices of their products. And the third basic strategy, which is a very good tool for business circularity to consider, this is design for recycling. very popular and very needed thing now in the globe, recycling, because we know how much the planet is suffering now due to the waste, plastic waste, and not only, also different kinds of waste, even metal waste, or somehow now the solar panels will become another type of waste, and quite dangerous for the planet. So how to manage with this? In our businesses, it will be very encourageable if the products are being produced not only from the first hand materials, like original materials, but we are also using some recycles. And for sure, you know as well, there are many types of businesses, even famous businesses, which are producing their products through recycles. By the way, here is another important issue, that redesigning of the products and processing of the manufacturing is maximizing the recoverability of these materials. And here it's very crucial thing that not only the business is producing some goods, but the partnership is coming into the stage, and partnership of at least two different businesses, recycling business and another business who is producing some goods just using recycled materials. And nowadays there are many issues and options on this, like even clothes, or even boots, or different kinds of even IT and technical items, which are being produced by using this, using plastic bottles, using waste, which is damaging our planet, damaging the nature. And in this way, we are also saving the world. So why do we need to promote circular economy in general? Why it is so important? It is important because there are main things on it, and there are some benefits for it. First, damage to the nature will be less. Second one, less natural resources may be used in production while we are using the recycled materials. And last but not least, also positive environmental impact, which also brings to social impact, are very important tools. Coming to the women entrepreneurship and the importance of developing it and running it, there are three main aspects, which are from one side some kind of opportunities, and from the other side they are some kind of challenges or weaknesses. They are self-confidence. So if there is self-confidence, it means it is opportunity. If there is lack of self-confidence, it means that this is the weakness. The other one is access to finances or networks. Again, if there is, it is opportunity. If it is missing, then it is our weakness. And the last one, it is information access to the information, which is another crucial thing for business success. If there is information, it means it is opportunity. If no, then it is weaknesses. So these three main parts, self-confidence, access to finance and networks, and access to the information. These are the main parts of women successful business running, and they are provided also through different organizations to ensure this. I also want to express my gratitude to WEgate, which is quite pioneer and champion platform for women entrepreneurship, not only on European level, but also beyond it. And it is providing for sure the good networking opportunity as well as information, access to the information. Why is it so important for women entrepreneurship development? Because in many cases, women entrepreneurs just mentioned that due to these three main lack of self-confidence, access to the finance or networks, and also access to the information, they are failing. They are failing, or they are not having enough mood to establish or to run their businesses. That is why it is also an important thing to be considered, and it is coming out from having all this like journey from, again, from SWOT analysis and goal orientation, and also strategies how to have our businesses circular or even sustainable, and also having our readiness to stay ready to change rather than to be resistant to any kind of changes. And coming to the gift to the participant that I want to share with you, I will be ready in the framework of WEgate and in the framework of WEgate Summit to provide the coaching sessions to you, dear partners, dear participants of this workshop, and would love to have you in this area as well. You are invited. If you have the willing of this, you are invited to send me an email, and we can have these pro bono sessions in the framework of WEgate Summit and WEgate operations in general. Thank you very much, and I will be very glad to answer your questions and get your feedbacks. Hello?
Lilit, hello?
Yes. Hello?
Hello, Eva. Here is Eva.
Yes, Eva. Hello.
Yeah. Thank you very much. You have a question in the chat.
Oh,
so
okay.
I don't know if you can have a look at it directly by yourself.
Just when I was presenting, it was not possible to follow my chat, but now for sure I will do this. Okay, Ishu Shiva is writing, hi Lilit, my business organization does all this and works on 100% sustainability. But the problem is, so we are suffering from inconsistent orders every month, which affects our workflow and work wages of our beneficiaries. Yes, I agree, Issue, because these are the main parts and crucial parts that we need to have in our pocket to make the sustainable business. But plus to this, for sure, we need also to have some other tools and some other orientations, such as the business plan, redefining our business plan, considering the current situation. And also, as you mentioned, workflow is an important thing in this, because it is actually the issue of the world now. And we need to find some solutions on this, on our level, on our business level, on local level, on national level, or even on European and global level. How we can raise the priority for women and for our employees, and how we can motivate them to stand with us in our businesses. As I mentioned, it's very important not only have the business only as profit making and profit oriented, but as well to have it as social oriented and nature oriented, even women oriented. In this case, maybe we can find some solutions and make the business more sustainable. Thank you. I see. Yeah, thank you very much, all of you. How can WEgate help to connect with market and organization connects working with menstrual health sector? So actually the question is not so clear. Would you please would you please clarify? Hello? You mean WEgate? Okay. How can we how can WEgate help? Okay. I think this can be also a question to our colleagues from WEgate, but from my side, I want to mention that WEgate is a very important platform for all of us and for all women entrepreneurs throughout Europe and beyond, will be quite stronger if we have our commitment to this. And we can also arrange or promote some tools in our country, just promoting WEgate and its activities. But for sure, my colleagues from WEgate will be able also to react on this. Thank you very much. I also see some email that there is willingness for coaching. Thank you very much. And please, I will copy your email for sure, and you copy mine too, in order to stay in touch later. Thank you very much.
Okay, Lilit, if I maybe try to answer to the question for to WEgate.
Yes,
I mean, WEgate is a platform that will connect different sectors and different women entrepreneurs at different level. So with this new feature that we just set up, the marketplace, everybody will be able to get in contact with other professionals from other sectors. So through WEgate, you can find relevant contacts, new networks for all kinds of sectors and different countries. So I think that this is the role that can play WEgate for, connecting different sectors and professionals. Hope I reply to the.
Thank you very much, Eva.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for your contribution.
Yeah. And then there is another question from Charlene Lambert, asking women farmers and rural women play important roles in sustainable businesses. That I fully agree, by the way.
Yes.
And how can we help to ensure their success? And following this, I also have a question.
Yes, please.
That is maybe in line with that, because my question is more related to the how to promote, this kind of sustainable businesses or circular economies. So should we maybe just promote or communicate the benefits to have a sustainable business, or should we maybe consider also to have some incentives or financial support from the policy sector? Because we need to ensure it. I mean, in general, but also for the women farmers and rural women, as Charlene said.
Yes, exactly. I agree with you, Eva, that this sector is quite important, what they are doing, and also what kind of assistance they need in general. They need assistance from the government, first of all, and also on European level. It will be very important in this case. Also, I'm coming out from my country reality, Armenian reality, that farmers and rural women, they are quite promoted, but from the other side, it is still not enough. Here, as you mentioned, there is need to have some policy of incentives, some policy of encouragement, especially farmers, businesses, and also rural women, particularly from the far regions. So here it's also important to have some opportunities like marketplaces, again, WEgate has this opportunity now, and it is another privilege to the network. But through marketplaces, it will be also possible to find each other, the partners. And in this case, for sure, the circularity of business again is coming into the stage as many farmers can start produce some new things, or why not even to proceed it, because coming of the real needs that there is in the market. So thank you for this question too, Charlene. If still there is some, please react. And Ishu is writing, we should all connect with each other since are all connecting with WEgate. Totally agree with you, Ishu. And as I mentioned, this is quite important platform that WEgate is created in order to promote, not only to promote women entrepreneurship, but also to self-promote it, which is again very important thing, because I believe that as much we as entrepreneurs are being promoted, it is some kind of change and added value to promote also other women in our countries and on the European level as well. I'm looking some other questions and going up, but it seems, yeah, this is already the end. Yeah.
Okay, Lilit, I think if there are no other specific question, we can slowly move to the the plenary session for the WEgate Awards.
Great. Great. Thank you very much, Eva. Thank you very much, dear colleagues. So wish you all the best, and let's move to the main plenary session. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you, Lilit. It was really interesting.
Thank you, Eva.